Good morning. Okay, I'm still waking up. Okay, so I don't know if anybody's coming on here today because it's Saturday and I slept in a little bit. You can hear my voice is kind of raspy. So I was shoveling. Oh, forgot that. So I'm making the videos child appropriate. I Sheldon and Christopher. So I wanted to make sure that if any of you have children that want to watch the daily alignments, that I'm being appropriate, and I am promising to do my best to not swear. The other videos, I make no promises, but my daily alignments, I would really love it for your children to watch these because with the heavy backpacks that our children wear these days, I know my younger son has some stuff with his back and I can see it when I look at it. So teaching them how to energetically align themselves, including, the very core of their body. So I was shoveling yesterday and I tweaked my back a little bit. Not the spine, so that's good, but the muscles on my right side are all jazzed up. So this is my antenna. I'm tapped in. The dog's asking to go outside right now. So I may have to cut this off and go and come back unless a child decides to go help. Anyway, so we have our trusty helper here today. This is one of the tools that I use in my healing practice. His name is Fred, okay? And we're going to use him to work up. We're going to start at the bottom and work our way all the way energetically up the spine to right there, okay? So I may have to go help dog. Hold on. I don't want to yell. Okay. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm going to end the video and come right back, okay? Hold tight. Wait, that didn't end it. Just wait there. Here, look, you guys can look at Fred. Here, we'll put Fred here. You can look at his spine. Okay, hold on. Go grab a water or something. So for those of you that joined that didn't know what was going on, that was probably kind of weird. It's Fred. Okay. Now I have to breathe. Hi, everybody. This is weird with the unicorn thing on, but it's my antenna. So, okay. I'm just getting myself centered. Okay, so everybody bring yourself into center. Ground in. We're on the planet. We might be unicorns, but we're still on Earth. I need to wait for my heart to stop beating really hard. Okay. This is what happens when we do live videos. Okay, so next we're going to do 3 long deep breaths. Okay, so and on the third breath, really bring yourself, and if it helps you, you can touch over your heart center to bring your awareness down into the field of the heart. And think of something really yummy when you get there. 5 count in, 5 count out. And this gets us ready and prepped for the adjustments that we're going to make, because when we're in the field of the heart, we're open in a unified 0 point. Okay, so we're in the singularity when we're tapped into the potential that's available in the unified field. And we're not standing in our own way because our headspace is going, oh, that's not possible. Okay, so I don't know if any of you have stuff with your spines that you're dealing with. I've worked in my practice with people that have scoliosis. I have to take this off. I can't let it do. It's ridiculous. I'll save this for festivals. I can't do it. All right. So I don't know. Okay, so I've worked with a woman who had scoliosis. I've worked with other people with scoliosis too, but the one most particularly that was a very dramatic experience was actually physically, visibly watching her spine go straight right in front of my eyes. She was about 2 feet in front of me. And it took I think we did 3-hour sessions, the first 3-hour sessions, and then there was about a month and a half in between. And the soft tissue of her spine was able to relax within, I think we gave her a window of 13 days after our session. Her husband was a chiropractor, which was really interesting. And I know I have her permission to talk about this because she has told me to. I don't think she's written a testimonial, but I keep asking her. She's busy. She's doing 14ers now, you know. So she was in so much pain and discomfort that she couldn't do her yoga practice, which is something that she was really passionate about, wanted to be a teacher. And you know, all of the stuff that ties into this dysfunction that we have in our physical body is not just physical. There was some other stuff that was creating this locking in of this pattern and this amplification of the pain and discomfort and all of that. So the first time we worked together, we softened, you know, and it was not my intention. It's just like, okay, let's see what happens. The soft tissue relaxed enough that then on the 13th day, I said, don't do anything. Don't let anybody touch your spine. Don't do any like major activity. Just let this do its thing. And on that day, her husband corrected or did an adjustment on her, and her spine moved for the first time in, I don't know how long she said, but it moved. So that told me that we were ready for the spine to actually come into alignment because we needed to deal with the soft tissue around it first. That's just how it worked for her. It can work differently for anybody. So then the next time she came in, I literally stood behind her and through the opening to other possibility states and then taking action on what was showing up, I stood and watched as there was about this much of her lower spine that was visibly very, very curved. Her hips were off, her shoulders were off, her shoulder blade was back, and it went straight in front of my eyes. How does that happen? Because we're open to it, I guess. We're saying yes. So let's see. Be open, okay? We don't know what the result could be for any of us. I have some stuff with my back that's kind of bugging me lately in my lower back. And my SI joint was off for a really long time because I'd fractured out in another lifetime in my lower back. And when we reintegrated me, my back felt better. Well, this stuff is quantum, okay? So a lot of you who are watching here probably know this, and some of you are probably going, what the heck is she talking about right now? And that's okay. All right, you can ask me questions. So we're going to start. Now everybody's in their heart center. Okay, remember you're in your heart center. Go into your yam. It's a beautiful Saturday in Colorado here. It's gorgeous outside. Okay, so everybody think about doing something outside today if it's nice where you are, okay? All right, so we're going to start at the sacrum, okay? So we're going to use Fred here. Well, the coccyx, okay, the coccyx is your tailbone, okay, so we're going to include the coccyx and the sacrum together. Okay, so right down in here. Okay, now breathe into that area of your spine and imagine I am in perfect alignment. And some of us have broken our tailbones. I know I did something weird to mine when I was young. So if there's any, so try not to sit with your legs crossed. Try to sit really straight if you can. If there's any malformation, anything there that doesn't belong in that whole structure, and then let's now include the sacrum as well in that. Okay, if there's anything that's not, so just breathe into this. Yeah, Sheldon's back gets sore a lot. So breathe into this whole structure here. And imagine what it looks like. You can kind of, here, I'll show you my diagram actually, because this will be more helpful. For those of you who don't know the anatomy of the spine, so this is the structure that we're working on right here. The sacrum and the coccyx right here, okay? All right, so we're going to imagine that that is in perfect health, in perfect alignment. And if there's anything happening in the surrounding tissue, in the nerves, that is also in perfect health. And breathe into that. And then notice what you're noticing. Okay, now we're going to move up. We're going to do the whole, are we going to do it all together? Okay, yeah, we can do the whole lumbar spine together. So if any of you have any stuff, we'll just call it stuff, because when we don't define it, we leave it more open. So if anybody has any stuff in their lower back, and that the sacrum one might be, let's keep the sacrum in this too, because yeah, mine's not right yet. Okay, mine needs a little bit more work. So we'll do the sacrum and the lumbar together. So the lumbar goes from lumbar 5 to 1. Okay, so 5 at the bottom, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we'll do sacrum, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and here's what it looks like here. Let me get my fingers on it here before I hold it up. Okay, so the structure of the sacrum, okay, where this finger is, and then all the way up to hang on one sec. Right about there, okay? Okay, so it helps to have the visual if you don't know what your spine looks like. So, and we're working energetically with the structures, which is as effective when we're in the heart center. We're open to infinite potential. It can be, I should say, as effective as a physical manipulation of the spine. Okay, so breathe into those structures. So bringing awareness to the sacrum and the lumbar spine. Really drop your awareness down into that part of your spine. Have a look at it. Feel into it. Does anything feel wonky, pinchy, off? I do. It's interesting because bringing awareness into it, actually, your body's like, oh, you're talking to me. Oh, you're listening. You're paying attention. Okay, so here's a thing. Breathe into that, whatever the thing is. Okay, and imagine it perfectly aligned. The structures are healthy. There's nothing there that doesn't belong. So some of us get calcification and things like that. And okay, so if there's any degeneration, we're going to regenerate. Regenerate the structures and the surrounding supportive structures, the soft tissue. Really breathe into that. And regenerate the nerves as well. Activate. Okay, breathe into that one more time. And you might notice that it feels different. Mine's kind of burning right now. So something's happening. And we're not going to put judgment on, oh, it hurts, so this must not be working. This must be bad. Oh, I'm doing it wrong. No, if you're noticing that something different is happening, it just means that you opened up a dialogue between your conscious mind, okay, and your free will choice, your body, the structures of your body, and the unified field. Okay, so this is an intelligence that we're working with, and it knows what to do. Okay, we've given it the framework using our language, and if there's more language that comes in that's helpful for you, use that. Okay, this felt like this was going to be really important for some of you today, and children were really coming in. So if you have children that have back stuff, have them do this, and they'll get it. They understand, and they may not understand why they understand, but they get it. Okay, so we're using our imagination to heal our bodies and to change our bodies. Okay, bring them more into alignment because it's our alignment practice. Okay, so let's go to the thoracic spine. And the thoracic goes from 1 to 12. Okay, so I'm just checking in when I do that. I'm checking in to make sure that we can do it all in one. No, we're going to do 1 to 6, and then we'll do 6 to 12, okay? So we're going to focus on the vertebrae, thoracic 1 through thoracic 6. And I'll show you what that looks like on here. Roughly, okay? Roughly it's this area of your spine, okay? So breathe into that. Actually, wait, I did that wrong. Sorry, it starts with 12 at the bottom and 1 at the top. I had that backwards. It's okay. We'll still do one thoracic to 6, but we'll go, it's the top portion of that. My bad. I'm not a chiropractor. Okay, so breathe into that structure, the top 6 vertebrae of your thoracic spine. And then let's go ahead and breathe into 6 to 12 as well. So we're calling on perfect alignment. Anything that's there that does not belong, let's clean that up. Let's offer support to the soft tissues around there, because my muscles are feeling a lot better, because that's where I had stuff. So let's breathe into the muscles on either side of the spine in that area that are supporting. Okay, I'm at ease in my body. So if there's any tension there, let's bring it into perfect harmony. Long, deep breath. Okay, give a little wiggle, okay? See what you're noticing. Okay, let's move up. And feel free to make some comments after the video. You're probably not going to want to do it now while we're practicing this, and make sure you do not do this while you're driving. It can really shift your equilibrium. And please be careful when you go to get up, because you may find that your equilibrium is a little bit off, okay? Because if there have been shifts in your spine, that's going to change how you're feeling, okay? And how you're interacting with the rest of the unified field, okay? Okay, so let's go up to our cervical spine now. So we go from 7 at the lower part of the cervical spine, and it starts right about where you feel that kind of lump back, like it's, well, maybe that's not everybody, but you can kind of feel where your cervical spine starts and the neck starts to curve, okay? And there's a lot of people that have had whiplash and have had, neck injuries, and we don't have a proper curvature in the vertebrae of our neck. And that can be really problematic for headaches, for nerve pain. I have a facial pain pattern that doesn't have to do really with the structure of my neck, but I find that if my neck is doing something funny, my face will flare, and it's flaring a little bit today. So, and the cranial nerve pain is exceptionally uncomfortable. So we're going to see if we can shift this out for me. Okay, so your cervical spine is 7 through 1. 7 through 1. Okay, now put your hand actually on your cervical spine, because we can actually do that without having to be too flexible. Okay, and really breathe into that. Okay, so let's bring that into perfect alignment. I'm getting light also. Let's put some light in there too. Have a look at it. Shine some light on there. If there's anything that doesn't belong in there, if there's any calcification, if there's anything that is not in perfect health, let's recalibrate that. Let's bring that to perfect health. Okay, remove all things that do not belong there. Bring it back to harmony. Okay, and then breathe that out into the surrounding tissues and up into the back of the skull and up into all of the cranial nerves. And really breathe into that. I'm noticing an amplification for me of discomfort, which is okay, because I'm not going to go into judgment on it. I'm going to notice it, and I'm going to ask, what can I do with that? Just breathe into it. Okay, so the answer is just breathe into it. Keep breathing. And if anybody has any discomfort, breathe some light into that. Whatever color light comes to you that feels like it would be useful, okay? So if there were a color of light that would be useful, because light is frequency, to create comfort, recreate comfort, and bring that back into harmony. What color would I see? What color is useful? And then breathe that light into it. And you're just using your imagination up in here, okay? From the heart. And then imagine I'm getting pink. that's different. I felt that kind of wrap around to here. So there's maybe something here and here that I need to look at with my sinuses. So when we start talking to our bodies, our bodies will talk back to us. Okay, we're just paying attention. It's the same kind of thing we do when we go to a chiropractor. And chiropractors are amazing. Like I couldn't walk at times in my life, and I sought the help of chiropractors. And I had one in Indiana that I really loved. He was great. And he was actually the person that led me into all of this with the connection to Dr. Bob. So, definitely if you have structural things with your back, do not hesitate to go to a chiropractor, but find one that's in a wellness center that actually deals with a holistic being and talks to you about some of the core issues as well, because that's what's helpful, is to look at what is actually the underlying concern that's creating the alignment stuff, with your back. So, and often we'll injure ourselves to bring attention, we'll have an injury to bring attention to something that we're not paying attention to. And I've had some pivotal moments where I've had back injuries and a neck injury that tied into some emotional and psychological stuff. So it might be time for me to revisit that, because I've already looked at it, but I may need to revisit that and see what some of the information is there that maybe I've missed. Okay, so it's a holistic experience, and I think that covers everything. Hopefully that was helpful, and I really hope that if any of you have children who have things going on with their back, that is something that they can learn to do for themselves and bring themselves into perfect alignment on a daily basis if needed, but even just one time, sometimes it's all it takes. And children are super, super open to this stuff because they don't have the same limitations that we create as we get conditioned and in this culture. So thank you so much, everyone. The video is longer than I wanted it to be, but hey, when you go align your spine, sometimes it takes a minute. So hopefully that was beneficial. Let me know. I would like to hear feedback in the comments or private message me. And I am here if anybody is ready to book their session with me. I have time on my schedule open. So, and I'm really looking forward to doing some more playing in the field of infinite potential with anyone who's guided to work with me. I'm seeing amazing results, and I'm so excited about this year for all of us. Okay. So have a beautiful day. I love you so much. I really hope that was fun and beneficial, and maybe even a little bit expansive for you as far as your understanding of the scope of this work. Okay. Love you. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.